Hi everyone, as the title states, in this video we will be doing 3D Keychron Keyboard, which is also interactive in under 20 minutes. Using Spline, we will work on a browser, and I will put the final project link in the description so you can always go check it yourself in case you wonder. Also notice that this is a part of our Spline course where you can find lots of tutorials like this. If you want to enroll the full course, the link is in the description again. From the toolbar at the top of the screen, let's create a cube firstly. And I am holding Shift and Alt option while creating, just to be sure it's equally proportioned on all sides. Reset its position, and now we are sure that it is centered as well. Selecting the cube, I will just go click the Smooth and Edit button and decrease subdivision all the way down to 0. Now we want to narrow the top side of the cube, right? Select that side and maybe we can make it shorter. In order to decrease the area, I can just drag the little circle here. And again, hold Shift to keep the proportion and decrease the size equally on all of the corners. It looks nice for a template. What we can do next is increasing the subdivision level, maybe 3. And let's say we want to edit mesh. Okay, and it's more like a sphere right now, but when we add a subdivision, and we can use loop out tool for this, it will get shaped. Let's make sharper to the bottom. And also I want to add a new subdivision. I want to drag this one to the top. And I will keep adding subdivisions until it looks like a key. It is better right now. One more. Okay, this looks nice. And always check your object from top to see if it is symmetric. I will reset position again and just to be sure and check from top. It looks nice. So what I want to do next is rounding the corners a little bit from top. So I will select these and these corners. And by the way, I'm holding Shift to select all of them at the same time. And I will just drag a little bit more. Okay, this looks great. Next step is extrusion. I select Extrude tool from top here, and I will push the center of the key down so that we have a small pit on the center. Select these squares like me and only leave the corners actually. So you can see the effect of extrusion. Actually, let me overkill it so you can see it easily. And we could also drag it up to create a peak, but in this case we want a slight slope, so this is fine for now. Alright, this is already looking like a key, right? Maybe it should be shorter, but I want to keep it like this because we will add the keyboard base just underneath the keys. So you will understand better why I want to keep it like this when we add the layer base. In a Keychron keyboard, we have 3 colors of keys: light gray, dark gray, and orange one. Let's actually go and get an example image for reference. So this looks fine. I will just copy this image here and paste it into Spline. Now we can use it for reference. So let's change the color of this key to light gray. So I will say color picker here, and this is fine. And I will duplicate this key for dark gray. So let's pick the color. Let's first pick the color picker here and click on here. Now we have the dark gray key as well. And finally, I will duplicate it again to make its color orange, like this one. All right, we have 3 types of keys here ready. Let's make the case of the keyboard. First, I will change the background color something lighter so that we can see the colors better, because the case color is going to be something dark. I will create a brand new object for the keyboard case, which is going to be a cube again. Let's say reset all. Now we cannot see the keys because they are just inside of it. Let's drag this object down from the side view. Let's drag it down. Now we can see the keys. And let's make it smaller, maybe from this side and this side as well. This looks fine for now. We will edit the size as we increase the number of keys. Alright, now for the case material, I want some color, some darker color. So let's make it a little bit down. So this looks fine, okay. But the material shouldn't look that smooth though. So I will add a noise to the material layers. And let's decrease the strength because it is too much. And I will play with the values down below. Maybe smaller values, decreasing here. And increasing the movement. I want darker colors for all of them. So I will just randomly pick some darker colors. And for this one as well, they should be almost black, but variety is good for the noise. So I have 4 different colors and all of them are dark. So maybe then increase the distortion a little bit. Let's get a closer look. So let's increase the strength to see it better. Okay, let's play with these guys here. Nothing really changed. Decrease the strength of the noise again. Now it looks better. But it's not black, so maybe we should pick some darker colors. Okay, so maybe these are too gray for this. We don't see the noise exactly. Let's pick this one as well, like this. Okay, hopefully this looks like a Keychron case. I'm happy with the material right now. Maybe we could have some corner radius. And that's it. We are done with the case. Let me make the reference image visible again. We will control the keys positions and alignments with that image. Enlarge it to see it easily and put it here. So we have the orange key at the top left corner. Let's put it there. Just next to it, we have dark gray key, and let me move it there as well. And finally, we can keep the light gray one here for now. Okay, we can create text objects in Spline from the toolbar, and we can click here, just start typing, and we need escape for this key. I will increase the font size, maybe 41, and let's make the color white, and position it just top center of the key. Maybe this is too light. Let's make it a little bit gray, so this looks better, I believe. Maybe a bit whiter. Okay, this looks better now. And now we can duplicate this one for the other key as well. Let's bring it down here. I will change the text content like this, and let's say F1 for the F keys. So maybe we can have smaller font size for F keys. I believe they are smaller in the Keychron keyboard. And finally, I couldn't find any key for attaching the text to the surface, but since we created it by clicking on the surface, its Y value is adjusted. So we can look at it from this perspective. You can see the text position are well placed, actually. From now on, all we need to do is to adjust the keys placements. To do that, first I will group the key and text so we can move them together, like so. And I will make the orange keys X value to 0, so that we can calculate the required distance easily. Alright, let's see. 250 is not enough, 300 still not enough, 320 maybe. This is actually too much. So let's try 310. Okay, this is great. It would be really easy if we could make it 300, but this is too close, so 310 it is. Let me also drag the case down here. And now we can start duplicating the keys, right? I need to add 310 to the X value every time. So this value should be 620. So let's move it all the way right and duplicate this one, and this value should be 930. And I will do the same thing for the rest of the keyboard. Just don't forget to apply the same logic for vertical alignment as we did on horizontal. Here I am repositioning the orange key 000 just to make things easier. I just wanted to check if we are doing with the same proportions as the real keyboard. It is almost perfect, we are good to continue. I am on the backspace key, and this should be bigger than the other keys. Now we could go and create a new 3D object and model it from scratch, and it would be the best practice. I recommend you to do that, but I'm choosing the easy way here and just scale the key we already created. Okay, but let's delete the text here because it is not looking good, and I will just duplicate a new text from there and move it into this group. Now let's change its position. Let's put it here. Okay. I am almost done with the keyboard. But we cannot do the same thing for space key since it's too big. So you see, when I scale it from a regular key, it looks really bad. So we need to model it from scratch, and let's finish the keyboard first and remodel the space key at the end. Just move right a bit, create a new cube here, and we will apply the same steps as we did on the regular keys. So click smooth and edit, decrease the subdivision level, and now let me resize the object as the space key. Click edit mesh again and select the side tool to the top side, and we want to decrease the size of the top side by holding Shift and Alt option to resize it equally on all sides. I will increase the level of subdivision to 3, just like we did before, so that we can add subdivisions, and we can drag this one. Actually, not like this. I want an horizontal subdivision, and then drag this one all the way to the bottom. And let's do the same thing for top. Let's add a new subdivision and loop out it to the all the way top. Now we can start adding new subdivisions, like this, maybe on this side, maybe here and here as well, here. Let's add to the corners, like this, and finally here. Maybe we can add two more just here from top and also on the right. Okay, so I believe this looks like a space key, and I'm just resizing it and put it in its place on the keyboard. By adjusting X, Y, and Z values, and also change its color to the gray that we used for other keys. Alright guys, we made such a great process so far, and almost done with the keyboard. One more thing I want to do with the case is to increase its corner roundness. Maybe drag it like this to increase the size first, and we can increase the corner. Let's make it bigger. We can increase the corner all the way around 60. Maybe this is too big. I think it's okay. So let's do the same thing for the other side as well. I will just drag it just a bit more, and I believe it is looking great. In this section, I am updating the text on each keys. And before completing the keyboard, I want to check if we can add animations so that the keyboard will be interactive. Selecting the key 1, let's add a new state to this key. So we have two states in total, base state and state. And in the second state, let's move the key down so it looks like it's pressed. Maybe a bit more. We also need to add an event to trigger that animation. I will make the animation type key down and press key to 1. Let's try to run this animation and see the result. I click play here and press 1, so it works. But this was too slow. We should decrease the duration of the animation. So let's make it 0.5 maybe. Let's try. Better, but this is still slow. Let's try 0.2. It's alright. I will enable cycle here. Okay, now it also comes back, which is good, but when I hold the key down, it is still cycling back in the animation. So this is not what we want actually. What we can do better is we can add a second event, a new event, and I will change the type of this event to key up. Press key is 1, and we can say go back to the base state. Okay, and now when we play it, when I hold the key, it stays there, and when I release it, it comes back. But let's also change the duration of the second event to 0.2, so it comes back faster. And in this way, we can just press it, we can hold it, or we can just tap it quickly and it responds all of the actions. You know what, maybe we can make the duration 0.1, so I believe it will be more realistic in this way. Yeah, it's better. Now it has almost like a real-time interaction. I cleaned up my hierarchy, renamed the groups with the key names and rewrite the text on the keys. Applied the same logic for all the keys so that now we have a nice interactive keyboard. If you want to export this, you can export a live URL and send it to anyone instantly. I really like this option of Spline, and when someone clicks to this URL, they can see your work and they trigger the animation as well. You can also export as iframe tag and embed it to your HTML code instantly. I haven't tried exporting code yet, but I believe this also works with the latest update of Spline. You can get Vanilla.js, React, or Three.js code. You also have options like image, GLTF, and video format. I hope you enjoyed during this project and see you on the next one.